Hey, it's Brett here, and I haven't made any videos for a while. I've been busy and also just wasn't really that interested in music. Sometimes I just don't feel like playing music. Um, I've been doing a lot of coding, making progress there. But anyway, here's something cool that I think people should know on guitar. It's something you can do even as a beginner, and this light's kind of odd. It's simple because all you need to know is a C chord, but then you can do some cool stuff. So this is C major, 3, 2, 0, 1, 0. Most people learn this within the first month, generally, maybe first 3 months. So what you want to do is we're just going to move it like this. So the way that I would call that out is you're moving the shape, so the root in the bass, there's 2 roots in this shape, here and here. Or you can call it the root or the 1 of a major chord. These notes are both C. You want to think of this though, 3rd fret on the A string is the lowest root. So I'm thinking 3, 5, where I'm moving the shape to, I'm moving the root, and then to 10. And these notes are C, D, and G. One way to spot the G is go to the 12th fret is A, and then go down to a whole step is G. But basically just think 3, 5, 10, and if your guitar has dots, this one does have dots actually on top for 5 and 7 and 12. But I did add a little piece of tape here. This is 9, so you can see when I go to 10, I go. And then what you want to do is start out by just picking the 3 notes that you're holding down. This is the reason, I'll explain why in a minute. And you can pick however you want, you can just go, or you can go however you want, just those 3 notes. And you can mix the chords up however you want. The chords are from the key of G major. It's the same chord progression as G, or like a G, C, D. To play that would be, whoops. But usually just I'm down here. What you want to do is just experiment moving that shape. And then what's nice is then to start adding the other notes. But so when you're here, like, that's just a C chord, C, E, G. When you come to here, the notes in a D major chord are D, F sharp, A. So if you add a G, that would be adding the 4, and then if you add a E, that would be adding like the 2 or the 9. And the way that I'm coming up with those numbers, it's not really magical. It's like very precise for music theory. It's based on the notes of the scale that the chord's coming from. So that's kind of beyond this video. So D here has, if you add a G, listen to how it sounds. G sounds more soft. And the E also makes it sound kind of more soft. And then so now it's like, it sounds pretty cool. And then you can go to 10th fret. Here, the only note that is not in the G chord is E, which is the 6. One of my favorite chords is G6. It's a G with E on the top. Or here. So you could just pick like, and something else cool is since the guitar is almost a G chord, if you strum, like look at these 3 strings here are a G chord. It's like the guitar is almost tuned to a G. This is, and if you take this off, G6 still sounds pretty nice. So what's cool is you can actually take any of these fingers off whenever you feel like this. If you have an electric guitar and you add some reverb or whatever, it sounds pretty nice. And so here's how I actually use this. I'm going to throw a couple more advanced things in here. But really, if you're a beginner, one thing to do when you're a beginner is take whatever you're learning and try to like tweak it a little bit. So if you learned a C chord, try to just be like, and take a finger off and see what happens. Or you can move stuff and see what happens. Like if you move it here, it sounds pretty bad. But here, sounds cool. That sounds bad. It's actually sort of okay. The 8th fret sounds good. It's a little bit weird in the context there, but alright, so here's how another couple tricks. What I did is I added an E minor right here. And what you do is you put ring finger on 7, first finger on 5. This chord is one of my favorite on guitar because you can strum the whole thing. That's a big E minor, and I like it because it's in the middle of the guitar. So when you're coming back down or going up, you can hit that E minor. A lot of times I'll do it without even touching this. Like this. So what I did was G over F sharp, E minor, and then you could hit the D. If you know a regular G, you can kind of keep going down here. Like you could have a C chord, G, G over F sharp, and E minor. So you can really get all over the guitar if you know a G. If you know this is simple, G over F sharp, you can just even just strum this. E minor is a really basic chord. And then E minor here, you can actually just put your middle finger on 7. Or you can hit 7 here. And you can always play any of these notes, just the open strings, like hit the A string, 3, 5, 7, 10. And then also 9 sounds good, like when you're coming down. So the whole thing, you could do something like what I'm doing is I'm just playing around with those shapes. This might look hard, but if you think about it, I know this note's here from here. And we could go to 7. I could add that note on top. And then I do know more stuff because I play guitar a long time, but you can start to add other notes. But you could also add some harmonics. There's tons of things to do, but the basic idea I wanted to show. So I hope that was interesting.